Iowa meets Nebraska here in the twin cities of Council Bluffs and Omaha on the banks of the Missouri in the US of A, and where you'll find some of the world's best badminton players as you join us here for finals day at the 2023 US Open. We're at the Mid-America Center for the 16th tournament of the calendar year, a Super 300 event with $210,000 prize money to be distributed this afternoon. As we take a look at our order of play, mixed doubles starts the show. Thyrri and Magelund, the finalists last weekend at the Canada Open, are facing the #1 seed from Taipei, Ye Hongwei and Li Chia-Hsin, who won the Canada Open last year. One of these pairs will add the US Open title to their CV in the next hour or so. Gao Fangji is getting back to her best after that terrific result yesterday against Intanon in the women's singles. Today, she takes on the Thai's teammate and 6th seed, Supanada Kattong. Margaret Frugard and Sarah Thursen are still in search of their first international women's doubles title. A revitalised Liu Shengxu and Tan Ning look to repeat the result of last week's second round match in Canada when these two pairs first met. The twin brothers Fang Qi and Fang Zhen Li were emphatic yesterday in that all-Chinese Taipei men's doubles clash. Today they fight for the title against the Malaysians Go Sifei and Nur Izzadin. And finally, the top two seeds cross swords in the men's singles final. Kunlavut Viditsan features in his third final of the year, where Li Shifeng is into his fourth. And the second final in 8 days after that Canada defeat last Sunday. So mixed doubles up, this is the draw. 3 pairs from Chinese Taipei battled in the quarters and set up that all-Taipei semi-final yesterday. Ye Hongwei and Li Chia-Hsin have cruised through the event unscathed. Home favourites Smith and Lee had a great week, but couldn't match that in-form Thyrri and Magelund. Well, this is the race to the HSBC World Tour finals. 7 different nations featuring the top 7 pairs in the race to those finals in December. Kim and Jung lead the pack, ranking points very tight all around, but Ye Hongwei and Li Chia-Hsin currently in 3rd spot. Ye Hongwei, Li Chia-Hsin making their way out to #1 court, but it's finals day. There's only 1 court to speak of. All 5 finals live for you from here on out the rest of the afternoon here in Council Bluffs, USA. They've got 1 World Tour title together. That was the Canada Open last year, 2022. Runner-up in Orleans Masters earlier this year. And their opponents today, Matthias Thyrri and Amelie Magelund. Finalists last week at the Canada Open, so they've had a terrific fortnight here in Pan Am. Once runner-up, and that's it in terms of the World Tour. A couple of International Challenge, International Series titles. And Amelie Magelund, her former partner Nicholas Noor, they picked up 2 finals on the World Tour earlier this year, but the change of pairs, as we look now at that head-to-head, 1-0, the Hilo Open from 2022. The Danes won in 3. Look at that third set, 22-20. So if that's anything to go by, we're in for a thriller here in our opening match. So no change of ends with the coin toss, just the decision to serve and receive. Let me take a look at the 6'1" figure of Ye Hongwei, 23 years old. From the capital, Taipei City in Chinese Taipei. close to their career high in the rankings, 22 at the moment. They've been as high as 20 not all that long ago, but with the mix-up of pairs, that's unsurprising. This is his partner, Lee Chia-sin. She's a bit older at 26. And that's her former partner mentioned at the bottom there, ranked top 10 with Wang Qilin. This partner though, Ye Hongwei, they're #1 seeds in men's and mixed doubles. And you can see how they've cruised through to this final today. #1 seed so by in the first round, and then straight games throughout the tournament so far. Not one but two all Chinese Taipei clashes in the last 2 days for Ye and Lee. Tallest man on court, Matthias Thyrri. He's around 6'3" in height, 25 years old, from Slangerup in Denmark. Close to their opponents in terms of rankings. 24 they are at the moment. And you can see Amelie Magelund's ranking of 23, which is her highest, with her former partner. She's also aged 23. And hails from Roskilde in Denmark, now lives in Greve, as I understand it. Their teammates on day one caused them some problems, took 51 minutes to come through, and then the Americans in the quarterfinal, Vincent Chiu and Jenny Gay, took them to 3 as well. Very encouraging signs for Presley Smith and Alison Lee yesterday. Despite going out in straight games, they look like some stars for USA for the future. Take a look at our German chair umpire for this match. Thomas Scheck from the USA, our line judge, our service judge rather. Well, two pairs in pretty good form. I'm thrilled to have Charmaine Reid, 5-time national Canadian champion and Olympian, with me again today. Charmaine, tough one to call. These two looking in great shape, both of them.
Yes, they're both playing on the top of their game, and it will be tight. The Danes came off great wins last week as well, reaching the finals. They're starting to play better and better, and big lefties coming down, hitting hard. Great midcourt, and Megla really looking for the net. But on the other side, Lee has a lot of experience. She's been top Wang Qilin before, and she knows how to do it. So this could be an interesting battle.
Well, final preparations just about ready. Our umpire getting this one going right now.
Play. One block.
Both righty-lefty combos, but they move well. Matthias really tries for the third shot, and great on the power, great on the smash, waits for his opportunity.
Love.
Yeah, that's a great serve as well from Magelund. No answer from Lee. The Danes have gone to 3 twice this week. As a former player yourself, would you rather be in the position of Ye and Lee, who have pretty much cruised through without being troubled? Haven't dropped a game, and they've looked really dominant, really confident in every match. Or would you have rather have gone the distance and sort of know what it feels like to be under pressure on this particular court?
I think sometimes, oh yes, you can have easy, like they've really dominated on their half of the draw, but sometimes it's good to have the good games, as long as they're not too long and you're tired, which they're not. So I like to have some close games, but you want to build that confidence as well.
Well, this scoreline will start to build confidence. A perfect start for Thyrri and Magelund so far. Oh, what a leave.
That was close,
Please
but
listen,
a smart challenge
challengers.
either way.
Call out.
And you see her hand go up right away. It was 5 quick points. So you want to stop that even mentally. That was well out. I think she knew it right off the bat, but the more experienced player on court, and she thought, okay, let's slow it
Challenge
down.
unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. 6 love. Play.
Well, the perfect start continues
7
for the Danes.
love.
And watch how they move up the court too. Matthias, really look how close he is, right behind his doubles partner. You want to try to keep it flat and wait for that opportunity to get on attack.
Service over. 1-7.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more the game, isn't it, these days in doubles? Pushing up the court in defence and taking people on. Not quite as easy when conditions are fast and the shuttle's flying at great pace, but I suppose you back yourself on your shot being of good quality to not allow your opponents to attack.
7.
Is that an ace? Flick serve over Magelund?
A little bit of, yeah, she was looking forward.
4. Service over. 8-2.
Well, we saw yesterday in that semi-final with the Danes, Thyrri composed, making few errors and just steady at the back. It was Amelie that
Service
kept
over.
pushing forward and cutting out of the net, wasn't she? She was really dictating how the plays went yesterday.
3-8.
Yeah, absolutely. It was great to see the American team actually into the semifinals. That hasn't happened in a long time in the mixed doubles. So Presley Smith's birthday is today. Happy birthday. He's only 20 years old, and his partner a smash. Just comes a little bit of an angle. Just enough.
Service over. 8-12.
Just long from Thyrri's backhand.
9-12.
Reasonably quick conditions here. Although the Danes supposedly playing
Service
into the
over.
drift.
13-9.
Might feel a little bit different today. We did have a drift from behind the Chinese Taipei duo, but don't see much of it today. It does change day to day. The shuttlecock's only 5 grams, so it can move with slightest of drift in a venue.
Yeah, the weather's sort of turned out here as well, hasn't it, over the last 24 hours. Plenty of rain last night. It felt quite muggy this
Service
morning.
over.
And the humidity has an effect on the speed of the
13.
shuttle as well. Well, nicely
Service
placed,
over.
sets that one up.
14-10. 10.
It was a return of serve right there, perfectly placed. So on the return, you just want to get it by the front player or by and then just in front of the back player as well.
We used to call it the divorce zone back home years and years ago. So many couples and husband and wife mixed doubles players
10.
playing, you know, and it's kind of into that space, wide, but in between the front and the back player.
Yes, yeah.
And it's kind of like, whose shot is that, you know?
The front player tries to cut it off, but it's so quick sometimes it goes by them as well.
Yeah, it's the one shot that used to cause all the arguments. So we used to call it the divorce zone.
16-10.
Great flick again. Just a few, keeping them honest. I'd say 90% or short, or even higher percentage, but you do want to throw a few in.
Service over.
Thyrri again into the net.
11-16.
Lee Chia-sin really sort of putting pressure on, and I think forcing him into a tighter and tighter shot here as he senses Lee Chia-sin coming to cut the shuttle out. Just like she did there. Brilliant.
Yeah. Lee Chia-sin
Well,
really gets her racket up.
Good on the forehand side, isn't she?
And knows where to go right there. She's already moving even before Matthias Thyrri is hitting it.
Yeah, so they're trying to find Yi Hongwei's backhand.
Service over.
Lee Chia-sin's forehand keeps getting in the way. It's
12.
good coverage from the Chinese Taipei pair. Still, the Danes 5 points clear. Kept it alive for one more shot. Pressure's too much.
18-12.
Thyrri really mixing it up at the back of the court, using his height, just placing it properly in the middle there. Gets a short lift for her partner and then puts it away.
That drop shot's so important in mixed doubles, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Just to set up the rest of the rally. It might take another 3 or 4 shots after that.
19-12.
But you know, you have to give your opponent respect too. You come back a little bit on defense, especially if it's short, so you're opening up the front of the court. Quick drops, great to set it up.
Well left.
20, game point 12.
8 game points for Matthias Thyrri and Amelie Magelund.
Service over. 13-20.
Oh, that's a short one.
Matthias Thyrri's forehand smash through the defence of Lee
First
Chia-sin.
game won
They
by
take the
Magelund
opening game.
and Amelie Magelund, 21-13.
12 minutes of play, 21-13 the game score.
Thank you. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Coaches, take your chair.
Well, coach is being ordered back. Rune Ilsang for Denmark. Very active during the interval. Notice Tina Rasmussen rather, didn't get out of her chair. Change of ends for game
Second
two.
game, level, play.
Sets up nicely for Yi
Service
Hong-wei.
over. 1 love.
Yeah, he mixing up his smashes, goes straight and then takes that one cross. The lifts though are short right here. Very short, goes straight. That time, wide open spot.
Four,
And again, Matthias Thyrri forced to use the backhand.
love. Three, love.
Well, both teams are short on the lifts, actually. They have to either flatten it out or try to find that back line. Great cutoff that time by Lee. She's very good. She comes off the net. She reads the
Four,
game
love.
well,
Yeah, she's very experienced, isn't she?
especially on the right-hand side for herself. That's her forehand, and she'll pull back a little bit extra on that side.
Well, it's a mirror image of game one,
5
but this
love.
time for Yi and Lee, 5 love now.
Again, with that flick serve, short return and going to be punished.
Six, love.
Change of ends seems to have changed all the momentum.
Magelund knew where to go on that one, just
7, love.
into the net. Great doubles player, though, as well. Reached the bronze medal at the European Championships. Lost to the Stoiva sisters from Bulgaria.
Service over. 1-7. Service
Well, they're
over.
flying right now. Yi Hongwei and Lee Chia-sin.
8-1.
It's better from Magelund. But it's not good enough from Thyrri.
And there's Lee. She comes back, like I was just mentioning. She comes back off the forehand side and able to clip that one down. Great play.
Service over. 2-9.
Trying to find her
Service
backhand
over.
side.
10-2.
It's almost like they're scared of Yi Hongwei's forehand, but they haven't put it there once, so until they try. There we go.
Great
Oh.
angle, though.
Well,
Look at
there's your
that
answer.
angle.
11-2.
Not a hard smash, but
Interval.
very steep on the angle coming down.
Yeah, the lift was a bit short too, wasn't it? Not the best performance at the start of game 2 for the Danes, but brilliant from Yi Hongwei, Lee Chia-sin, who've really asserted themselves back into this match. 11-2 at the break.
Twenty seconds. 20 seconds. Eleven two. Play.
What a shame for Magelund. Just goes long.
12-2.
Sold both their opponents up the river. They just stood there and watched it.
13-2.
Oh, great spot. Comes across the body
Service
that
over.
time. Lee Chia-sin really
3-13.
looking down the middle and just enough.
I don't feel Magelund's involved enough. I think maybe she ought to come off the net slightly. You know, just take 6 inches, you know, a foot further back and get more involved, like Lee Chia-sin's been doing. That sort of shot just keeps going past her, and then the Danes are in trouble. You see what I mean?
Service over. 14-3.
He mixes it up so nicely at the back. You know, he has that fast, steep smash, not very powerful, but look how much angle he gets on that one. He gets up nice and high, puts it down. He can hit hard as well, but he's mixing it up so nicely.
Yeah, well covered from Yi Hongwei. And I think that's a sort of added benefit, isn't it, of being able to hit hard. Your opponents have to drop back slightly to expect the power, and then you've got options.
That's right, yes. And then harder to get to the net, especially those steep drops. And you're trying to set your front court player up, always in doubles too. So it's not to win it from the back. If you win it from the back, great, but it's more to set up your partner at the front.
16-3.
Chinese Taipei, they're just running away with this game.
Yeah, they're being handed this second game by the Danes for me. It's the worst I've seen the Danes play in a fortnight. And yes, Taipei are playing superbly well, don't get me wrong, but for me the Danes just have come out in the second and look a bit timid.
16.
Especially right now, you want to get a few good rallies. If you think, okay, the second game, it might have slipped away, but you still want to fight to feel good going into the third. There you go. Very nice.
That's better.
Good serve. Gets on the net.
16.
You need to build up that confidence as well. Nice outside serve. Quick one. Puts it away. Ooh. Tried for the quick flick on that one. Not good enough.
17-5.
Yeah, good return. Comfortable return for Ye Hongwei. Want to see Amelie Magelund a bit more active, as she was in the first, and as we've seen her over the course of 2 weeks now.
That's solid. Gets you in trouble. You give away the lift.
18-5.
Right there, short one. Puts it right down the middle.
19-5.
Well, no return. Must have been the perfect serve.
And that goes out the back, so it has slipped away for sure this game.
20, game point 5. Service over. 6-20.
Well, it's a tale of two games for sure. Very different in each of them. Magelund, too defensive, too passive.
Second game
And
won by Ye Hongwei.
I don't think it would be unfair to say that was a disaster for the Danes in the second. Nothing seemed to go right. Brilliant from Chinese Taipei. Ye Hongwei, Li Chia-sin have reasserted themselves back into this final. And plenty to discuss, I think, in Camp Denmark at the interval here.
Lee, full 2 minutes. Okay. 20 seconds, 20 seconds.
Well, let's see if there's a change of strategy. Thyrri and Magelund. Brilliant second for the Taipei pair.
Final
yeah,
game.
absolutely. They were
Level
flat in the second game. They need to get
play.
into these rallies, watch the midcourt, and try to get the attack. It was Chinese Taipei totally on attack in the second game.
1 love.
That's better from Magelund. That's what I want to see. Make a decision. Stick with it. She's got a very athletic Thyrri behind her to cover.
Service over.
Needs to make use of that like they did in that rally.
And being very patient there. They're putting on the attack, nice and easy. Finds a spot, keeps it going, and then Magelund right at the body.
Off the net court from Thyrri. Brilliant defense from Ye Hongwei.
Very nice. What a get.
Service over. 2, 1.
Changes the angle, tries to come across. It was that one though, just hits the tape. What great defense.
Gets away with that one,
Service over.
Thyrri. I thought he could have taken the shuttle early and played straight. He just delayed that action, played it cross.
Trying to mix it up a little bit, changing. There it goes. Yeah, but a little lucky because Lee saw it coming.
Three, 2.
Well, much better in the third game, the Danes.
I think that's what Magelund needs in particular, it's just that bit of confidence.
Quick serve got away with that one.
4, 2.
Good smash from Thyrri. Great defense from Lee Chia-sin. Both of them off the right
Service
hip.
over. 3,
And she got them back
4.
with interest.
Started off with the flick, a short lift.
1, 2 back. Brilliant. And
Just-
Thyrri misses.
He's trying to mix it up. Reaching behind that time.
4,
If she
0.
could come off the net just a wee bit, they're looking for that spot just behind Magelund.
Good defense again from Lee. But the lift is long. Danish coaches
Service over.
sat down in front of us, edge of their seats,
5,
clapping.
4.
They're a bit more excited about this third end.
Just lets it sail out the back.
Good
Service
return
over.
from Lee.
Yeah, just watching her out on
5,
court, she
4.
knows where to play it. She gets her racket up so quickly. Solid on defense, but it's her racket at the net that's impressive.
There's the power from Yi Hong-wei.
6, 5.
He mixes it up beautifully too. We've seen some cross, some fast drops to the net as well down the middle. And this one just goes straight with a lot of power. Short lift, but yeah, excellent placement. Changes the angle. You see some steep ones, and that was a bit deeper.
Service over. 6, 0.
Good return, Thyrri.
And mixing up the serves too.
7, 6.
You just see more confidence with the Danes right now. Puts it on the outside. Again, that's a good set play too. If you're a lefty, then it comes into your forehand if you serve wide.
Another good serve. Setting up the rally, they're being clever here.
8, 6.
Some quick points.
Well left.
9, 6.
They're well-designed points. The Danes, like you said, mixing up the serves, for example. Flick serve, serving to middle, serving out wide. Just asking questions. There's a net there.
No, quick cut to the net.
The shuttle must have hit the court.
Magelund really approached
10,
that quickly.
6.
Gets her racket up. Watch this. She sprung into action, looking to see if anybody hit the net, but I don't think so. It was just that quick.
The shuttle, yeah. Shake of the head from the umpire. Much better third game for Thyrri and Magelund so far. Brilliant.
11-6, interval.
Well, huge
Change, end.
momentum shifts throughout this match so far. The Danes back in control of the match, but they're going to have to finish the match on the end where they struggled in the second. Let's see if that changes what's happening out here right now. 5 points the lead.
Twenty seconds. 20 seconds. Chinese step here, coaches. Take your chair. Eleven, 6. Play.
So change of ends halfway through the third end. This deciding rubber game for this mixed doubles final. Well, it was out, but oh, there's a challenge here from Amelie Magelund.
Amelie Magelund challenges, call out.
She's really serving well now and looking for that second shot. She's
I think it was Thyrri's serve, actually. I'm not sure. But she was looking for that interception.
Oh, sorry, yes. Yeah. Ooh, just out.
But she's looking for that shot, and that's what I
Challenge
was hoping she'd do in the second a bit
unsuccessful.
more. Try and cut
One
out the midcourt
challenge
and help her
remaining.
partner.
Service over. 7, 11. Play.
Oh, could have went on the backhand, yeah.
Hey,
It was too much.
11.
Tried further around the head, but really got caught. So you don't want any of the quick rallies right now. The Danes have to still try to take control.
Service over.
Dig deep.
12, 8.
A little bit harder on the far side for them.
Quick.
Not high enough. 5 feet in the middle.
Back to court.
Brought in, stayed in court.
Service over.
A bit of a
9,
snatch shot,
12.
but with enough control. She puts the shot straight on Li Hongwei's forehand.
10, 12.
Yeah, the lefty comes in nice and quick.
They really seem to have got that lefty-righty combination working for them, don't they, the Taipei pair? Better than the Danes have got, I would say.
Yeah, and comes back across. It's hard to, once you hit it, and cut back across the body.
Just long. Great judgment from Thyrri.
And there's
Yeah,
a challenge
one
out there.
great
Not
challenger.
quite sure, he says.
All
Let's take a
out.
look.
I must admit, that looked close to me.
There is a slight drift today.
A few inches long.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining.
The drift
Service
is coming
over.
from the
13,
Danish side,
10.
a little bit faster
Play.
on their side if they can get on attack.
Fault. Service over. 11-13.
I do like this umpire's sing-songy voice. Do you think he talks like that in, you know, when he's at home with his family? It's very musical, up and down. Brilliant return of serve from Thyrri.
Yeah, Thyrri gets behind it, nice and easy. Puts it to the ground.
11.
6'7", uses that big reach. Great angle, nice quick snap. Serve wasn't good enough.
Service over.
Desperately trying not to lift over the
12,
top from Thyrri.
14.
Took on a bit too much. Going right down to the wire here. And again.
They're trying to keep that
13,
pressure on.
14.
You can see Lee, she's really going side to side and putting that extra pressure on that at the net. Watch how she's moving already right there. Didn't go over, but she was there.
Yeah, fully commits to one side, doesn't she? And just takes out the net and the straight drive. Good backhand from Thyrri. Good recovery.
That's too much out the back.
Service over. 15-13.
That was another Chinese Taipei team that won it back in 2019, Lee and Su. But the Danes haven't won the US Open since, you have to go back to 2001 when Matthias Bo and Mike and Vang won.
Just wide.
Service over. 14-15.
Yeah, that's some time for Danish mixed not to have won here in the US.
Great cutoff, that's it.
That's much better from Magelund.
Magelund right away gets her
Service over.
forehand up on it.
16-14.
Keeps that pressure on. Great return of serve. Puts one down, the second one, no
And look,
chance.
she was just looking backwards into that mid-court drive, and I like that. She can always come back to the net, but it's the commitment to cover a drive for her partner. That's what I like.
Service over.
Yi Hung-wei,
15-16.
really quick. He's watching more the mid front court too right now. He'll take some extra chances and really put that pressure on.
Yeah, that was athletic, wasn't it? Brilliant serve.
Very good. I kind of felt that coming actually.
16-all.
Lee Cha-sin very cool and collective. You can see Thyrri just,
Yeah, he was lost, wasn't he?
yeah, just beat up the tee.
Serving well.
17-16.
Yi Hung-wei's getting animated as well. Both teams should be confident here. I want to see them go for it.
Lee looking for the net on that.
Yeah, took the attack away, didn't she? Oh, and they've left it. That's where the lefty righty falls down.
Beautifully placed, so Yi Hung-wei.
18-16.
His forehand goes right down the middle. Watch how quick he is. Right there. Whose is it?
Well, that's where, if Amelie's always looking for that straight drive, Thyrri would know the middle's his.
It's both her backhand hands.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's pretty
Lefty,
hard
righty.
one. That was beautifully placed.
Oh, what a pickup from Thyrri. Too much to do it again. Look at Yi Hung-wei.
19,
He's trying to get pumped up,
16.
but Lee's all over the net today. She reads the game so well, gets her racket up on it. Flies to the forehand. There, comes across the body. Nice and steady.
19-16.
Dangerous now. She knows she has a good flick up the tee and short.
Well, that third shot, I think Yi Hong-wei was
Service
expecting his
over.
partner to take it.
Thyrri, that's what you want to do. You just
19.
want to place it just over the front player's back almost, you can say. That's beautifully placed. And he has to lift it short. You try
Big.
to duck to get out of the way, but it's difficult.
Yeah. Big point for the Danes. Oh, it's in.
Ooh, wow.
Well, there's a
That's-
challenge, but that's in all day long.
Amelie Magelund challenges, call in.
That's a hard one.
Half-hearted challenge, though, wasn't it, from Amelie Magelund? I think she knows it's in.
Nobody was there. It was definitely a great shot, whether it, yeah, right on the line.
Challenge unsuccessful.
Had to challenge, though, at this
No
stage of the game,
challenges
at
remaining.
this stage of the match.
Service over.
Yi Hong-wei and
20,
Li Chia
match
Hassin
point 17.
serving
play.
on match point, championship point.
Oh, hits the tape. Oh,
What a bit of luck for Thyrri.
Service
well
over.
left. Sails out the back.
18-20.
Trying just to hit the tape and bounce over.
How much pressure now? Amelie serves, facing championship point.
She's been having solid serve so far. A little extra pressure.
It's in.
Game.
Yi Hong-wei's backhand return. Straight through the Danes. And with that, they become US Open champions. First game they've dropped all week, in fact, a terrific event for these two. And the #1 seeds living up to their billing.
Yeah, they played solid all week.
Match
This is the
won
first
by
game they
Li
lost
Hong-wei,
only the
Li
game, but
Chia-sin,
came out on top with the match.
13-21,
But beautifully placed into
21-6,
that corner, and then 2 in a row basically to win the game. But Yi got on attack. He mixes it up well with his drops and his smashes, steep smashes. But Li all over the net, the new US Open champs.
Well, 45 minutes it took. 13-21, 21-6, 21-18 in the third. Terrific for Yi Hong-wei and Li Chia Hassin. And Matthias Thyrri and Amelie Magelund leave Pan Am this week with 2 runners-ups in the Canada Open and the US Open.
And again, it's beautifully placed back in that left-hand corner, and they know it. There you have big screams from the Chinese Taipei.
Well, stay with us. We've got the prize giving ceremony for the mixed doubles and 4 more finals here at the US Open to come as well. for the crowd in enjoyment of that mixed doubles. Our two final pairs will be back in a few moments in front of the A boards to collect their trophies. They've collected their ranking points. All important during qualification year for next year's Paris Olympic Games as well, but also the race to the World Tour finals. So world ranking points at stake, of course. Really good fortnight for the Danes. Thyrri and Magelund in two finals in 2 weeks. Super 500 last week in Canada and the Super 300 here in the US. And there are our runner-up pair, Amelie Magelund and Matthias Thyrri. They'll be disappointed today not to have taken the title here after coming so close last week as well. And there are US Open 2023 champions in the mixed doubles, Yi Hongwei and Li Chia-Sin. Flowers today, that's a nice touch. Well, they look a bit disappointed, Charmaine, the Danes.
Yeah, it's tough. Two finals, yes, great to make the finals, but they wanted that win. They're chasing their first win, and it's hard to get. Once you get that win, then everything seems to fall in place. But the Chinese Taipei didn't let them do it today. Li really taking control of the net, and he mixing up his shots very well. But their ranking will go up. They're 24 in the world right now, the Danes, and 22 for the Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, and their second title on the World Tour, the Canada Open last year, 2022. They claimed as well. And a big check to take to the bank. Both pairs should go home very proud. They've had a tremendous week here at the US Open.
Yi and Li, they're the top Chinese Taipei team, but only 16 teams get to go to the Olympic Games, so they have to bring their ranking up to be able to head off to Paris next year as well.
Yi Hongwei just picking up the US Open sign. Wanted to get that in the photo. And great smiles on the faces too.
Yeah, he's just 23 years of age, so a lot more badminton. Although he's taped up on his right knee, he'll fight through some injuries. And Li, always fun to watch her net play.
So women's singles coming up next. The final here at the US Open from China, Gao Fangji. And from Thailand, Supanida Kattong in just a few moments. Well, welcome back to finals day here in Council Bluffs, USA for the US Open 2023. One match down the mixed doubles in our order of play. We turn our attention now to women's singles, Gao Fangji and Supanida Katong. So this is the women's singles draw. One of the two Danish players, two players from Thailand in the quarterfinals on Friday. Katong and top seed Intanon came through. Gao Fangji had beaten PV Sindhu in straight games to take a berth in the semis yesterday, with Lena Christoffersen there. Arguably, Gao Fangji has had the more difficult run through in the top half of the draw. And Se-young and Akane Yamaguchi are flying ahead in the race to the World Tour Finals women's singles rankings. USA's Beiwen Zhang, an impressive 4th place. And you can see there 4 Chinese players also inside the top 10. Those finals will take place in December. The HSBC BWF World Tour Finals. Well, Gao Fangji making her way out to court first. Her intro always, she looks pretty relaxed. Almost nonplussed yesterday. She looked so laid back as she made her way out to court to face Ratchanok Intanon. Here comes her opponent, Supanida Katong, the current reigning Southeast Asian Games champion from earlier this year. She's made it to the final just once on the World Tour, the India Open last year. Be a good match, this one. Different styles of play. First time these two have met as well. Well, it appears Gao Fangji won the toss and elected the far side of the court to stay there. She's 24 years of age now, about 5'10" in height, from Nanjing in Jiangsu, China. 36 in the rankings, but after some time off, some injury, she's getting back towards her best, her high, 13 for 5 weeks back in 2018. Two of those matches so far this week have gone the distance, and look at that for an impressive opponents list. Ratchanok Intanon yesterday in the semi-finals, PV Sindhu the day before in straight games, and it was a tremendous 3rd game against Intanon in yesterday's semis. This is Supanida Katong from Bangkok in Thailand. She's quite a bit shorter at 5'4". And within the last couple of months, she's made her career high in the rankings. She's pretty close to that right now, at 17. Took silver at the World Junior Championships back in 2018. And this week, it was Lin Xiangti who pushed her the distance, but a decent 3rd end, 21-13. 2 Danes in the quarters and the semis. She came through in straight games. Very consistent she was yesterday against Lena Christoffersen. For me, Charmaine Gao Fangji's looking back towards her best, and I for me, would put a few eggs in that basket today. What do you think?
Yes, she's playing much, much better rate now. She beat Rajnak Intanon yesterday. Rajnak looked a little bit tired, though, I have to say, and Gao really took it to her. She's great on